All right, let's go on. Let's go on to our last topic. If that's cool.
Yep.
Oh yeah.
It's the final topic. My topic. It's going to be the Mandela effect topic. I recently was listening to an article about this. Have you guys ever heard of the Mandela effect?
You listened to an article?
Oh, I listened to a story.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, thank you. The Mandela effect is a term for where a group of people all misremember the same detail, event, or physicality. It is named after the instance in which a large group of people all shared the same memory that Nelson Mandela died prior to his actual 2013 death, usually sometime in the 1980s. So a lot of people remember Nelson Mandela dying in prison in the 1980s. And then years later, he actually wasn't dead. He died in 2013. So they're like, wow, I remember this. Yes, I remember this as well. Oh, I also remember this. And there's like a bunch of people remembering this. And so they call it the Mandela effect. And basically there's lots of cases of this where groups of people remember this stuff. And then it seemingly isn't true. And a lot of conspiracy theories, and I think this is fun. I don't necessarily think this is the true reason why. I have a more rational reason as to it. But it's fun to imagine that, but anyway, I imagine a lot of people actually believe that this is the rippling effects of time travel in the future. People are time traveling back and changing the timeline. So, and the effect essentially is this Mandela effect, where we remember this, but somewhere along the line, someone's changed the timeline, and so he actually didn't die in 2013, right? So there's a couple actually things that real quick we can talk about, but first, before I get into, I want to see what you remember. And I've tried to find things. Do you guys remember the Berenstain Bears?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Is that the three bears?
The country
bears.
Yeah.
Okay.
Do you remember how they were spelled?
Oh, I'm terrible at it. English.
Oh wait,
I
the bearing.
cannot
Bearing.
spell
It's
shit.
like B-A-R, isn't it?
Oh,
What was
B-R
spelled?
and
The title to the book?
Steen.
Or their name?
Was the Berenstain the Steen part S-T-E-I-N or S-T-A-I-n?
S-T-E-I-N.
Except after C.
E-I-N.
I
E-I-N.
think it was.
It was A-I-N.
Was it?
But a lot of people remember it being spelled E-I-N.
Huh.
So, okay, Sex in the City, right?
Yep.
Okay.
Is it Sex in the City or Sex and the City?
Sex
I thought it was
in the
in.
city.
I thought it was in I-N.
I-N.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah,
End.
and.
Sex and the City.
And?
Sex and?
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah, but a lot of people... Right, exactly.
Huh.
A lot of
Does it
people
say Sex
remembering
in the
Sex
City?
in the City, right?
Yeah.
Mm.
Because there was a lot of Sex in the City.
What if this is like a Matrix thing, and it's just like if we all kind of think something, it's like
Who's Neo?
that's why we all kind of believe it.
Remember
Maybe,
the
you know
central
what I mean?
system, Rock? Remember the
Like if there was a
central-
bunch
we're all
of
in
people
the-
that believed like Mandela. Oh yeah, the 100 monkey theory.
Yeah.
Wait a second. I think you guys are trying to make me think this stuff
No.
to join you guys in this Mandela thing.
Exactly.
Okay, here's another one.
Because I mean, it's proof though, because me and Amber,
Conspiracy.
every time we go to Chipotle, you know, like everybody comes in right after.
Is it Chipotle or God's gift?
Fucking, where's your troll face?
Okay.
Steve?
I'm serious. I'm really serious. It always happens every time we go somewhere.
The what's the Disney
I'm not even
movie
kidding.
with the mirror, right? Where
Mirror,
it's
mirror on the wall.
Yeah. Okay. How is
Cinderella.
that said? How is that?
Or
phrase?
Snow White.
Yes.
Snow White, sorry.
How is that phrase said with the?
Mirror, mirror,
Mirror, mirror on the wall. Who's the fairest of them all?
of them all.
It's actually magic mirror on the wall.
What?
Who's the
No, it's
fairest? Of
not.
them? Yeah, it's actually
I'm
magic
not-
mirror.
Really?
Yeah.
No, I
But
can't even
everybody
recognize-
remembers it being mirror,
No.
mirror on the wall.
Yeah,
It
because
is
everyone the mirror on the wall. Oh wow, that's weird.
Magic mirror on the wall.
Yeah.
Imagine being the person that first started something like that.
Well,
like-
maybe it's because of Shrek. Because in Shrek he says mirror, mirror. on the
So
wall.
that's gonna get to my
Oh, yeah,
my more
maybe that's-
rational
yeah.
thought of this is that when something comes out, it's great. That's how it was done. But somewhere
It's
in the
older.
media or something like a Shrek, something that takes from it and builds on it for another like they misinterpret it or misspell it, and then that
kinda
gets
like-
spread to the masses, and then they just think that, right? So like an article of Sex in the City probably came out, and everybody would be referring to it from that point, but it's always been Sex and the City, right?
It's kind of like that password game that you played in.
Yes. Right.
Yeah.
I was always the person to change it. By the way.
You're a
It's like-
dick.
Could be.
So
You dick. You troll as a kid.
So
always the
in
person
Forrest
to-
Gump, is it what is the line about box of chocolates?
Life is like a box of chocolates. You never know what you're gonna get.
Yeah.
So it's actually Mama always said life was like a box of chocolates. You never know what you're gonna get. instead of life is.
Still the same thing.
Oh wow.
It's very different. It's very different.
No.
It is different.
No, it's not.
Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood. He would always say, "It's a beautiful day in the neighborhood," right?
Yeah, it's a beautiful day in the neighborhood. It's
Day in
beautiful.
the
And he'd wear
neighborhood.
the same damn sweater.
It's a beautiful day in this neighborhood.
Beautiful day.
Oh.
in this neighbor- Oh, it is.
I say we dig up Mr. Rogers and ask him because there's no way.
So yeah, and so like,
Mr. Rogers isn't dead.
these are
He
some
died
just
in
like
1980.
some examples. Like there's a lot of things.
He's
Like
dead.
there's people who remember it being 52 states and not 50 states of America. Like they remember being taught in high school that there's 52 states, like
think-
not including Puerto Rico and things like that.
So there'd be 26
Well, it's kind of like
stars
it's kind
on
of
the
like
flag
Pokemon.
on each side.
How does a Pokemon song go at the beginning?
I have
I
no
wanna
idea.
be the very.
No, it's actually
Don't
who's
wanna-
gonna be the very best.
Oh, Rocco.
Actually, that's what it's gonna be.
So
Who's
so
gonna be
right,
the
yeah.
Your
Like,
life
is
has
it
just been
just because
crushed.
like our cultural like it's something like when you like proofread a friend's sentence and they write it a certain way, but it's written in a way that doesn't like just make sense phonetically when you speak. You might be reading it and then say it in your head as you would phonetically. So
Oh,
things
it's
like
kind of like when they spell it differently.
exactly,
like when
yeah.
you
So
see
it's
those-
it's
yeah.
things like was and is and neighbor. Like it's so much easier to say mirror mirror on the wall. That sounds better, right? It's
Yeah.
the,
The magic mirror.
than
on the
magic
wall.
mirror on the wall. So like there's things that we just like to hear better than what was originally written. Like Sex in the City sounds better
Or-
than Sex and the City, right? So I think people just gravitate to what they want to hear, and then again through the media that happens, that phenomenon, and you pick it up. a
Or
lot
is it
easier.
just the English language?
or time cops?
It's like spell.
time cops are coming back and changing things.
Spell pudding. Like
Hey,
putting
I saw
something
this.
somewhere.
I saw this too. Where were they at? They were at what's his name? The boxer.
Yeah.
Muhammad Ali.
Muhammad Ali, and they were in the back with the smartphone.
Clash Clay.
Saw this. I saw this. There's time travelers. Who had a smartphone back then? Nobody.
No, that was
But the time
Tyson.
traveler-
That was Tyson, by the way.
No, it wasn't Tyson.
Yeah, I
It
think
was
it was
Tyson.
Mike Tyson fight.
I
It
think
was
it
Mike
was too.
Tyson.
I think it was too.
It was
But
Mike Tyson.
so Mike Tyson, who had a smartphone? Mike Tyson didn't have smartphones at the time.
Yeah.
No
Yeah.
smartphones. That's got
Hmm.
time traveler.
Hey, did Curious George have a tail or not?
He did not have a tail.
He did.
He did have no.
Int.
He didn't. No, he didn't.
He's never had a tail, yeah.
Man,
Huh.
that's
So
crazy.
again, you expect a monkey to have a tail. It's so like it's such a thing that you expect a monkey to have. So it's easy to like your brain to put a tail on him, right? But like it was never there. So I think it's more of like what our brains are really wanting. Like Jif peanut butter. Is it Jiffy or Jif?
It's Jif.
It's Jif Jif. Sorry.
Yeah, it was never called Jiffy, but there's a group of people that believe that it was called Jiffy at one time.
Isn't
Yeah.
there Jiffy Pops? I thought there was like a
Maybe,
Jiffy
and so
Pop.
that's the other thing is that things that like sounds like if there was a Jiffy Pops, that's one thing, right? But like they might
Yeah.
see that and like, oh yeah, no, it's Jiffy peanut butter because like they when two
Jif.
things conflict, they'll pick the easiest one, like the thing that just sounds better.
Jiffy peanut butter?
So, yeah.
Doesn't sound good.
What Jif peanut butter?
I like it, but when
Crunchy
you
or
say it all
smooth?
together, it doesn't sound good.
Crunchy
I
or
like it
smooth?
whenever
Oh,
it's
crunchy.
Crunchy. Definitely crunchy.
no. What?
Get the
No.
fuck
Peanut
out
butter,
of here,
bro.
Creamy,
No.
and honey. The honey creamy one too.
No. All right,
The
well,
one
honey,
with the
I
Peter Pan.
I
The
can
Peter
go
Pan
either way.
one with the honey and it's creamy, dude. Oh, it's so good.
No, crunchy.
No, there's a white chocolate peanut butter out there that's really good.
Not even no.
You say white?
White
And
chocolate.
this is all created by this is a Mandela effect right here.
Mandela effect.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You totally thought that one was better, but it's not. The world belief is that, but really it's Peter Pan, honey creamy. He didn't die in 1980. He died in 2013. Steve,
Hey, Ian, I just want to ask you one question real quick.
don't do
Yes.
it.
What is a good age to start teaching my dog about sex?
You remember these?
2.5.
No, he wasn't here. He wasn't here.
Yeah.
Yeah. So there's a lot. I
Wrong.
just thought it was interesting.
Is there
Um,
any big major though Mandela effects that are
There's
believed?
geography. There's people that
Yeah.
like North Korea apparently borders Russia, and a lot of people don't
What?
don't realize that.
That's-
As a lot of maps show, North Korea borders Russia.
I thought it was
Okay,
like,
here we go.
Like,
I'm gonna try to see if I can look something up real quick. I want to see some massive Mandela effect stuff. 50. Oh, that was a 51, 52 states. Dang. So many people. Jeez. So many people. Red, blue. Pepsi logo changes. Chevron logo changes. and other color
that's where
swaps.
I'm at. Yeah, it's really it's like
Sky. TN, whatever it is. Square.
there's a famous West Wing episode 2. If you guys go on Netflix's, you can stream all West Wing episodes.
Hi, I'm sorry.
In which
Ooh.
they show the geography of what the world really looks like, and why the maps look the way they do now is because it's pleasing to the eye. Also, America is very big in relation to everything else, but in reality, if you were to look at the true geography,
Oh yeah. Like Africa, the size of Africa
You would
versus
actually-
like the way it looks like
it
on,
could fit
on the actual
everybody.
maps.
It could
Yeah.
fit actually every other country inside of Africa. That's
Yeah.
how big it is.
That's right.
I
Yeah.
had no idea.
yeah, exactly, because
That it could do
again,
that.
we do things that like please our eyes, which is really like deceptive, and it gives you this mentality. Like Australia is really not that big, honestly. Like America is tiny compared to South America and like you said, Africa. So like, yeah, it's really interesting, and like the way Africa is stretched out so long as opposed to America that's really tiny up here. It's like, and then I believe actually it's upside down. Like we look at it like we
No, the
look at
Earth's
Canada
flat,
than
bro.
America, but really it's upside down, where America's at the bottom and Africa goes up.
I think that's the
Earth
same.
is flat.
That's the truth too, and I think that we're cut in half and we're rolling around in spiraling circles.
That makes no
Yes.
sense.
Earth. Yeah, the Earth.
All right, I got one.
And I think the
how
Earth is
about-
flat.
It's
What's
flat.
your guys' favorite What's your guys' favorite fast food place that's closed on Sundays? Clay, you can't answer this because I don't.
Chick-fil-A.
Okay, you said it
I like
right.
Chick-fil-A.
Because you guys always say Chick-fil-A. I always say chicken fillet.
Chicken fillet?
No, dude, it's Chick-fil-A.
Yeah, I always say chicken fillet. I always call it chicka-flicka too.
Don't call it Chick-fil-A. They will never know what you're
Jesus.
talking about.
Chick-flicka.
Go get a Chick-fil-A sandwich. I
But
bet
that
you
was
they'll-
that was
like,
apparently one of them right there.
Go
People say
chick-a-flick
chicken fillet.
yourself.
All right, real quick before we end, if you can
Yeah.
change one thing in time, what would it be? If we can have a Mandela effect, right? If you can go back in time and change something, what would it be? It doesn't have to be like,
George
kill
Bush.
Hitler, but something goofy.
Something goofy?
Yeah.
Oof. Pokemon.
So you go back and show people Pokemon? That would be crazy. Could you imagine like George Washington having portraits of him playing Pokemon Go, or just being really into Pokemon?
Oh, so if you're saying like, if we can go back in time, we would show them something or tell
show
them
them
something?
something, do something.
Okay.
Oh, go back in time? Oh.
Yeah.
Dang. Rocco's peering out the window.
I'm just trying to think, man. This is a big
This
deal.
is a deep question, man.
I
Maybe
would
maybe it's
go-
too
much
deep
stuff-
then. I just want
Why
quick
don't
answers.
Why don't you start off with it? Clay, real quick?
Yeah.
Just
I
wanna
don't
say-
know. I think I would bring like a laptop or something. I would bring like League of Legends or
bring some
like
of the back?
Halo and be like, yo, let's play some. Pick up your sticks, Washington. Pick up your sticks. Let's play
Yeah,
this.
right.
Washington.
I'd go back in time to my parents and be like, look what you guys create, the fucking awesomest thing in the world.
Oh,
Yeah, yeah.
Guys, I've already went
Mandela
back in
effect.
time. I've already went back in time,
You
and
did.
I made them like, yeah. I showed them the pet rock, and everyone went crazy for it.
And
I would secretly sneak on to the first Apollo mission that was going to land on the moon.
Oh my
No,
God.
I wouldn't do that.
would
You never
sneak
want to
on
be the first
without
person,
any
or the seventh.
No,
equipment
no.
and
Sneak
then
on
die.
with the shit. That
He would
was-
screw up and accidentally go on the one that explodes.
Like, did it
Rocco
really
would sneak-
does it really
He's like, oh, this is the wrong one.
Rocco would sneak on the ship, dress up as an alien, just be there, be like, nah. Just-
super fun.
Yeah. All right,
From the
guys.
future.
We're gonna end that here.
like, hey, what's up, guys? You guys on Facebook?
Yeah.
Sorry.
Thanks
Show
for
'em.
joining us on another episode of Everything and Nothing. We really appreciate it. Have you here today, listen to us. Remember, all of these topics are their own separate videos on youtube.com/Maelstrom Gamers channel, Monday through Friday, topic by topic, and then the full episode with all the topics are available to you on Saturday. Be sure to check us out on Patreon to give us as little as $1. It's super helpful. We really appreciate it, and all the free ways that you can support us as well. Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, YouTube. Comment, like, subscribe, and share. Super, super helpful.
Super.
Next week, we'll have another episode for you. In the meantime, keep thinking about everything and nothing. It's been an honor to entertain you. Peace. Take care.
Adios.
Adios. Deuces.